Hey guys, Dara TCG coming to another video. First, I want to say thank you for all the support on the last two videos. This makes me want to do another Rebecca sim video. So here's gonna be the new deck list for Rebecca that I'm using this time. I added the Gum King Kong gun and removed the It's a Waste of Human's Life. I went ahead and removed the 2-3 swords and added, I can't even say this, Patchworks. Basically, this card gives one of your opponent -3, and then if there's a 0 cost, you can freeze it. So they don't restand like the 10-drop Dolphy. And you can search it because it's Dressrosa. The next card I added was a Monkey D Garp. I removed the 3 sources like I mentioned, so I need another card to remove cards, and it lets me trash a card by popping a 4 cost or less. I'm able to grab it with Rebecca and Mansherry, so I think that was the main decision why I wanted to add the Garp versus the 3-sword event card. And then the other card I added was a 2K counter Gyats, and I removed the Idios. So, and I kept the 10-drop, third 10-drop Kuzan just because it does so well with the Lucci, the Garp, and everything else. So that should be the changes, guys. Third 10-drop Kuzan, a Gyats, a Garp, 2 Patchworks, and 1 King Kong gun. This is what I do all the time. I like to always update the list to make it, to see if it's better. You know, it doesn't mean that this is gonna work. Maybe the other list is better, or it gives you guys options to see what tech cards I'm thinking about that you guys can sub in, sub out. Just don't forget to keep some defensive options. So since I took away the Idio blocker, I did keep the Gyats at least as a defensive option and not do pure offense. So we'll see how it works. So we're going ahead and start some gameplay. Let's see who's gonna be the first match, and it's gonna be against, I think it was Sakazuki was my first match. Yep, there we go. Always want to go second. This is going to be a great match to show you why I believe Rebecca is the better black and blue leader. I do play Sakazuki as my fun deck, just because Rebecca is a better competitive deck in my opinion, and hopefully this will show you the example. So like I said, the problem I have with Sakazuki is that Rebecca is a better control deck than Sakazuki. And Rebecca is able to keep her hand size much easier than Sakazuki. You could run Pilafs, you can run the 10-drop Kaido, but you can't search for those cards, while Rebecca is an instant search as long as you don't whiff. This new list only gives me 10 non-Dressrosa cards, so the chance of whiffing Rebecca is definitely low. So, like always, you want to use Rebecca's leaders always. I did not want to put Mansherry out. I was thinking about putting Mansherry out just to decrease my hand so I can activate Rebecca's leaders effect next turn. But we only run 1 Mansherry. I don't want that to get bottom deck already. So let's go ahead and not activate Rebecca's effect next turn. He's going to swing with 5. We're going to counter that. I'm going to counter with the 2K counter Bartolomeo here. Just because Sabo does a lot of work against the Sakazuki, and I only have 1 right now, and then I can trash the Hina and something else I don't need. So that's the reason I did the 2K versus the Sabo. Here we're just gonna get rid of pressure. Remember, it's always about board control with the black and blue leaders here. So just Bastardo it. It's gonna help you build trash as well by using these cards. And every time he swings, as long as he's swinging, he has to swing 7K or more for me not to waste a card in hand. He goes ahead and, I don't know why, but plays the event card to bottom deck a 2 cost or less and give him a 3K power. I guess he just wants to add some pressure against me, but we are a 5 life leader, not a 4 life leader, so I'm happily gonna take this hit. And yeah, I think he could have played something else, unless he really doesn't have anything else. He probably has like Lucci's in his hand or something else. Oh, he wanted to activate Mansherry's effect. That makes sense. So he needed a card in trash because Mansherry, you have to return 2 cards in the bottom of the deck and then put the card up. He wanted to put the Lucci back to his hand. I don't think it's worth. He probably thought the Mansherry is safe because I can't attack with my leader, but I had Kyros in hand, so Kyros can just pop it. From there, I'll activate Rebecca, try to get hopefully the stage card. I did not get the stage card. Here I'm probably gonna grab a 2K counter, yep, just because I can just play defensive here. Again, I was thinking to play Mansherry. I might actually play here. Yep, I'll play Mansherry so I can get the Garp to my hand. So I'll return the event card for sure, and probably the 1-drop, just because you can't grab them, and they're useless in the trash anyways. And then I'll grab the Garp. The Sabo would have been a good hit too, but I already have a Sabo in hand. So the Garp just guarantees me to be able to pop anything he plays. Because Sakazuki players, unless they play the Borsalino, there's really nothing they have that's greater than 4 costs. And then they do play Sabo, you're right. So the 5-drop Sabo and the Borsalino, and then when they, if, you know, depending on the list, they run maybe 1 or 2 10-drop Kyros, 1 or 2 10-drop Kuzans. Other than that, 90% of their deck are 4-drop or less. So the Garp is a good pick here. And then not only that, you guys get to see that the Mansherry or the Rebecca is able to pick up the Garp. So it's such a good, I think I definitely gotta like this tech that I put in here versus the 3 swords. Now remember, 3 swords very good against the Sakazuki match too, because you can bottom deck their Bortolinos, bottom deck their Luccis or Hinas, so then they don't have access to those cards. But it's not needed. You can still win without those cards, so we'll see. The 3s. I think the main thing without 3 swords is the Magellan. He swings with 5. I'm gonna give him a 1K counter with the extra Rebecca I have in hand, because what he should have done was swing at the Mansherry. That's what I thought he was gonna do, but he's probably gonna pop it with the Lucci, is what I'm thinking. But he'd reduce the cost for Kyros. So for me, if I was him, I would have Lucci, pop the Mansherry and the Rebecca. There's no point popping the Kyros. Oh wait, he doesn't have 3 cards in the trash. Oh no. So because he forced the Mansherry to grab the Lucci in the hand, you need to have 3 cards in trash for the Lucci to activate his effect. So he probably wanted to pop all my guys by using Lucci to pop the 1-drop and the Mansherry, and then using that Navy card to bottom deck the Kyros. But he probably forgot that he needed the 3 cards in trash. What a misplay. But you know, that happens with Sakazuki. Sakazuki, you do have to throw in some reps in, so you don't misplay. If you guys want, I could play Sakazuki, since it's an easier deck than Rebecca to play. So I can show you guys that if you guys want me to. But yeah, just don't forget about the mandatory having 3 cards in trash for Lucci, 2 cards in trash for Mansherry. Now another thing about Rebecca is that you gotta have so much cards in trash that you will never whiff with these abilities. You're always gonna have 2 cards in trash for Mansherry, 3 cards in trash for the Lucci. So another plus of playing Rebecca. So because he didn't get rid of the Mansherry, I'm just gonna go ahead and take advantage of it. I use Mansherry to grab a 2K in hand just to protect the Garp. Play the Garp to pop the Lucci, like I mentioned earlier, and discard the Hina. So now I have Hina in trash for my Rebecca if needed. And then he goes and plays the stage card. It is searchable by the brand new. And it's, I think on play you -1, and then every turn you can -1. So now basically his Sakazuki and stage card can -2 every turn. I kind of get why he did that. And then now with the Lucci, he activated correctly, popped the Garp, and my 1 cost. I don't see a lot of Sakazukis plays a stage card in my build. Of my version of Sakazuki, I don't use that stage card, but I get it. But here we're just going to play a free 10-drop just to guarantee the game. If he does answer this, he'll have to use Ice Age and Borsa, or a combination of that, drop a Hina and a Borsa. And if he does, then I'll just answer him back with double Bastardos and the Patchwork is what I was thinking. And then I should just win the game from there, because he only have 2 cards left in hand. And we just win by just having a better leader at this point. And if he doesn't have those, because again, he hasn't seen a brand new to search the cards he needs, then if the 10-drop sticks, then we also win there. He can't play the 10-drop Kaido yet because I need to be at 3 life. So that also helps you preventing the 10 drop, and by the time the 10 drop comes, I should be good to go. But he goes ahead and puts 8 down in his leader, swinging for 13. So it's kind of telling me that he has the 10 drop Kaido in hand. So I gotta get ready for that. Because now I'm at 3 life, so he can draw 4 cards. This will help him try to come back and make it a little bit longer match than I wanted to. But it's okay, we'll still win in the end, even if he 10 drops Kaido here. Because it's slower. And I'll have everything ready. So here I'm just thinking, okay, if he's gonna bring the 10 drop out, should I play Luffy and then just pressure with Luffy, or should I just play more blockers and then with the Sabo? So I think I did that. I want to get the Sabo out, make sure to protect my Champ blockers. So bring out Rebecca, grab Garp for next turn, play out Bartolomeo. Play out Bartolomeo. There we go. I don't know why I thought about that so hard. Then play the Sabo. Sabo will protect everything. Discard 2 cards. I don't need the Orlumbus. Orlumbus I could keep just in case, but I'd rather have the 2 case, and then probably I'll get rid of either the Patchwork or the Bastardo. Oh, I get rid of Luffy. Oh, because I don't have that much cards in trash, and that's my first Luffy. From here, I play the 1 drop, grab the stage card most likely, or a 2K. There, stage card. Just have that ready to go. If this game does go out longer than I expect it to. So here, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. If he 10 drops here, then I just block with Sabo. If he doesn't have the 10 drop Kyro, then he has to answer this 10 drop Kuzan. And if he has nothing, he'll probably just swing at the Bartolomeo. Because if he swings a leader, I'll just block with the Rebecca. If he swings the Bartolomeo, I'm just going to let the Bartolomeo go. And then that gives me a slot open for my Garp, just to pop anything he plays. And then if he plays 2 cards, I just do Bastardo and Garp. If he plays 3 cards, I'll freeze with Patchwork, Bastardo, and Garp, and still win here. And I'll probably discard the stage card, to be honest, because I think everything else I really need just to just guarantee games. And he's playing, Zeph. I don't see Zeph in any Sakazuki list. This is interesting. Definitely good against me. If it was anything else, it would just be worthless. So now he can bounce and reduce the pressure. So now I'm most likely just going to play Garp into Sabo again, to be honest. Or unless I draw something else, but there's really no other reason. Unless I draw Kyros and then play Kyros into Sabo, into stage, into leader's effect. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, Mansherry, you know I'm going to have to get rid of that. That's an instant for sure. Oh, I draw the Kyros. So we'll go ahead and Kyros and kill the Mansherry 100%, and then use the Garp to kill the Zeph. Unfortunately, I won't have the Sabo to protect my Rebecca blocker. But I'd rather just clear board because I have so much control. He only has 4 cards in hand. I'm probably just going to swing with the 10K. See what trigger comes out, if anything comes out. And then play Garp, get rid of the stage card. I think I'm counting to see if I can activate my leader's effect. Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful, I can. So a good thing about Garp, like I mentioned earlier, same thing with Koby, is that because I can get rid of a card in hand, because I have too many all the time, I can go down to 6 from 8 and then activate my leader's ability. Here I have a choice between Luffy and Bastardo. I'm definitely going to pick the Luffy here. I don't want to deck myself out, so just having one Luffy is going to prevent you from decking out. Now remember, with Luffy, you can play the Luffy and activate the effect right away without attacking anything. If you're really low in cards, because if you hit 0, you automatically lose. So I don't have the Sabo out, so I'm going to use a 2K counter most likely here. Yep. No reason to take extra life for no reason. 10 drop Kaido here. He loses. 10. Oh, it's like he does play 10 drop Kaido, but it's the other 10 drop Kaido. Sorry about that. It kind of threw me off guard. So yeah, you're definitely gonna have to answer this 10 drop Kaido. Without my 10 drop being out, which is definitely a good tech against me for sure. But good thing is I do have this new Patchwork I added in here. Even if I didn't have the patchwork, then I will have to keep the Orlumbuses, then just trash the Orlumbus. But because I have patchwork, I can patchwork -3, and then play two-legged soldier -3 again, and then Garp. And if I didn't have Garp, I could have Bastardo here. So you just have options. So come on, two-legged soldier. I'll make him down to a 4 cost. Definitely in range. And if it wasn't a 4 cost, Bastardo can pop 6 cost at this point. So I should Garp here. Yeah, play Garp. Get rid of the 1 cost Rebecca, I want to say. Yeah. I mean, she's good, but I just have better plays here because I can activate Leader's ability, grab another Sabo, play stage card, and play Sabo. Swing for 5 to just waste a card in hand. There's the brand new, kind of late in the party. I get it. Get rid of the Hina for sure, and probably a Bastardo. Reason the Bastardo this time is because I have the 10 drop ready to go. I have 2 blockers out that's gonna guarantee I have 3 life, so the 10 drop should come out. And then I already have the stage card established, so the 7 drop Luffy becomes even more prevalent. And then I can have the Rebecca to grab anything I need. So this is pretty much game over against a Sakazuki player. So I wouldn't be surprised if he concedes, but really nothing else they can do. He swings for 5 to 5. I mean, you can just block with a Sabo, to be honest. They don't run any rush cards, but if he attacked that leader, I would have blocked with Sabo. I don't know. I was like, whatever, let's just use Cure's ability. So I think somebody had a question. Oh yeah, about Rebecca. So yes, the 1-drop Rebecca cannot search the 4-drop Rebecca because it's Rebecca's. But you can search the 4-drop Rebecca with your leader's ability. That's the main thing. And then the 1-drop Rebecca can search anything else, including the Mansherry. So even if you discard the 4-drop Rebecca with with your 1-drop Rebecca's ability, you can grab the 4-drop Rebecca with Mansherry. So here he plays 2 Zephs. I'm just gonna go ahead and play the 10-drop because there's no reason why not. I have 2 blockers ready to go, and then I can play Rebecca to grab Lucci and Lucci to pop these 2 guys. So he's gonna have to swing out with both. The other thing I can do if he does swing with the Zeph is play Kyros, use Kyros to attack, and then 10-drop to attack, and then play Sabo. I mean, you have so much options. Like, you see the freedom that you have against a Sakazuki player. Here we're gonna block with Rebecca for sure. Give us more room. That's like one of the main thing is knowing which cards to remove from your field so you can have room to play. Because as you can see, you have always board. He did not attack with Zeph, mainly because I'm assuming he didn't want me to attack it with the 10-drop. But he should have, because he knows I can clear. He knows I have Garp in hand. So here I just played more efficiently with using Garp and Kyros. Giving me enough cards, go down 6 cards in hand so I can activate Rebecca's ability again to grab another 2k, back to 7 cards in hand. And I have a full board ready to end the game. Here he E-shows another tech card. Interesting. Definitely a good card, but it's kind of late in the party. I can just Garp it. Most likely I won't Garp. First I'm going to swing with 10-drop and see what happens. And then, oh no, I'm probably going to swing with Kyros with 7k, see if he counters out. And if he does counter out, then I'll just pop it with Garp. Get the last life with 10-drop and then play Luffy. Here he swings with 6. I'm probably going to do a 2k counter. Or maybe I'll let it go to just have hand. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. What else I was going to say? So yeah, so another question was, I'm trying to think from the last video. Was the 10-drop Kuzan. So do you need the 10-drop Kuzans? You don't need the 10-drop Kuzan. This is the same thing as Sakazuki, where do you see Sakazuki players play the 10-drop Kuzan? Some say yes, some say no. To me, it just feel like it makes life easier when you play the slow decks. When you play against Sakazuki, when you play against Yellow, you can just basically clear board for free and then get the 10-drop out there, and then it's like a guarantee win. But if you don't see the 10-drop, you can still win without it. just because you can just focus on the Orlumbuses and your two-legged soldier, and you have like that two-legged soldier right there, or one-legged soldier. I'm sorry. You have patchwork. You have multiple cards. You have Hina Rebecca combo that you can still control the board, but you're just gonna minus a little bit more cards in hand. You just be a little bit more combo heavy than you need to see those combo cards to play. Same thing as Sakazuki. So no, you don't need the 10 drop. If you don't have 10 drops, I will. There's a card named Hayudin. I might put them in the description. As a tech card, I will run 2 Hayudins, and then instead of running the third 10 drop, I will run either third Kyros or even an Isho. Yeah, Isho will be good. You can even do 1 Hayudin and 2 Ishos then. I say it won't run as efficiently as the 10 drop when you see the Isho, but the Hayudins you can search. The Hayudin is a card that's a 6 drop with 7k attack on activate main, rest your leader, -4 cost. Such a good card, such a good stat line. You can combo with Bastardo right away, with Rebecca to Koby right away. I was thinking of adding the Hayudin. That's the reason I used to run him in my OP04 deck list as a one-of. But he's definitely a good substitute for the 10 drop, in my opinion. Just because then you can play cards after the 10 drop. I just prefer the 10 drop versus the Hayudin, but the Hayudin is not a bad card. I might, if anything, you want me to use him instead of 10 drop, let me know and I will play with it. Here, he thought why didn't I just attack instead of playing the 7 drop Luffy? He's stating facts. I could have just ended the game, but I just like to stall game, I guess. So as you saw, maybe just because I wanted to show you guys that you can play the 7 drop Luffy, activate the 7 drop Luffy right away. Here he 3 swords my Sabo. He's gonna attack. He knows the game is over, so that's the reason. But yeah, so hopefully I answered those questions. I try to answer all the questions as much as I can while giving you guys tips. But hopefully here's the King Kong gun I grab. As you can see, another thing is, so as you guys can see, the King Kong gun is not needed at all either. I mean, yeah, it's nice, but I control the whole board. Like, you have to focus more on control as your win condition than the King Kong gun. The good thing about having the King Kong gun back in the deck, it could be a second win condition that people have to worry about. But your main win condition is just controlling the board, because you're the best control deck in this meta, in my opinion. So going to the next match, I think I put 3 matches in the video. So Sakazuki was number 1. This is going to be against Magellan. I don't see too much Magellans in this meta, but I went ahead and go ahead and played it just to show you guys that you're definitely a winnable game against purple. I mean, against Magellan for sure, but against purple Luffy. So anyway, so I went second, activate Rebecca's ability. He swings with 8k, and I had 2 2ks in hand. When you have that, go ahead and just drop the 2 2ks. I mean, yeah, you can wait until the next turn to drop your 2ks, but then you can activate your leader's ability the next turn, which is why I really wanted. So that's why I did that. Either way, you can either take the life or do that. But then now he swings with 5, so it just slows the game down a little bit for you. You still have 5 life. He's not going to swing with an 8k every turn. If he did it again, fine by me. And then here you can go ahead and play the Hina Koby combo for 6 Dawn. Pop that, slow down the game even more. Now you have 2 bodies in the board, but now your hand's hitting a little low. If this was Sakazuki, you will be in trouble. But because this is Rebecca, we're going to get our hand back slowly, so you will see it. He swings with 8, you're going to take this hit. Now we can answer the Magellan, but most likely I don't like to answer the Magellan unless I really have to. I did take away the 3 swords. If I had 3 swords, that would be the way to do it, but I don't have it. So we're just going to ignore the Magellan until you're at least 7 to 8, well, technically 9 to 10 Dawn. So here we're going to go ahead and activate our leader's ability, see what we can grab Sabo, probably play the Sabo, or probably play Mansherry and then Sabo again to lower cards in hand. And then I have Mansherry ready to go to grab any card I need the following turn. Mansherry is protected with Sabo's ability, and beautiful. We're going to go ahead and drop a Lucci and a 2K, just because I do have the stage card ready to go for the Luffy. We have a 10 drop ready to go against the Magellan, which is definitely very useful. You definitely don't need the 10 drop against the purple players, but it just makes, again, going back to the last topic, it makes life easier. So he swings at the Hina. You're going to let the Hina go. I mean, yeah, I could have 2K counter there, but we want Hina in the trash, and I want to have extra cards. I mean, I want to have board open for me. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the Luffy, threaten to attack that guy because that 5-drop kid is really good and it's very efficient to them. So I want to get rid of him. And if he drops counters, which he just did, even better for me. He dropped 2K counters. I'm going to go ahead and activate my leader's ability, grab more cards in trash. I have a Rebecca blocker ready to go. As you can see, I grabbed the Rebecca with my Rebecca leader's ability because that is allowed. I'm going to go ahead and return 7 cards. I'm going to return probably Orlumbus, a Rebecca blocker, definitely a 7-drop Luffy for late game, and then 2K counters. Swing with 8. And if he protects us again, then we basically just win the game. Yep. He protects it, dropping 2 down to 4 cards left in hand when I pass his turn. I was thinking to attack the Magellan here with a Sabo, but I decided not to. Because if I go down to 7 down, go back to 9 down. I really want to play the 10 drop, and most likely he's gonna focus on attacking my Luffy the next turn, giving me a nice stall game. So he should play the 9 drop Kaido here. He's gonna swing 7 here. I'm gonna have to protect this Luffy because I want the 10 drop to attack it. So here goes the 9 drop Kaido, 100%. We all knew that was happening. Pops my Sabo, swings at Luffy. Definitely gonna take that, and then he's gonna swing at life for 7K. Definitely gonna take that hit, and I'm going down to 2 life. I hit Patchwork. Now Patchwork would have been good with a 10 drop because I can stun, but I'd rather just grab the extra card in hand, see what else I can grab. I grabbed the King Kong gun, which could help to end the game in the future. So I'm gonna go ahead and just play the 10 drop here because it's free. Pop the 5 cost. I could have popped the Magellan, but I'd rather just pop the guy that will recur him because he's down, so it gives me an advantage to come back. So here, we're going to go down to 0 life most likely, but then we win the game after that because we have Sabos. So he's going to swing 7K. We're going to have to counter this one out because he is able to swing with 9K, so I'd rather just block with 8 and then take the other 2 hits. You can, yep, so take here, I got to have a Kyros, and double Kyros. Definitely not what I wanted to see, but it's okay. We're still gonna win the game here, guys. The only way we lose is if he draws another 9-drop Kaido. But we haven't attacked life. I mean, we attack 1 life, but the chance of him grabbing another 9-drop, most of them only run 3, is very low. If it is what it is, and then we lose the game. Mainly because the Kaido is at 4 cost, so I'm not able to combo right away. So I'm gonna have to use the Rebecca instead of the Sabo here. So Rebecca to grab Hina to lower the cost to the 10-drop Kaido. And I'm gonna have to do that first instead of clearing the Magellan because if not, I'm gonna lose 2 down for free. So that's the reason I'm doing this first. Kind of also showing my opponent what I'm gonna do, so then he can definitely play around it. So, but it also helps us in our favor. So you're gonna see here. So 4-drop, grab the Hina, lower the cost. Now the Kaido is at 1. Go ahead and attack the Magellan, knowing that the other 2 are gonna get cleared. He's most likely gonna protect this Magellan, which is definitely in our favor, showing us that he doesn't have the 9-drop in hand. So 8, 10, 12, definitely he has to top deck like Yugi over here. But he is not Yami, so we should be fine. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm just doing the math here, but that should be fine because our 4 cost Lucci. Lucci will pop the standing Magellan and the rested Kaido. And then I'll put 2 dons on the Koby and popping the other Magellan. Again, just slowing it down a little bit, making sure my math is correct, picking the right target. Here he's gonna grab 3 cards back to the bottom of the deck. And in the sim, it's not like real life. You have to do it slowly because you can fat finger and double click by accident. This has happened to me before. Speaking of experience, which I don't want to do, especially since I'm recording this for you guys. So unfortunately here we're going to go to 8 Dawn next turn. Again, he is a 9 Dawn now because he did grab the extra Dawn when he played the 9 drop with the 5 Dawn. So if he does hit the Kado here, then GG, unlucky for us. But again, the chances are very, very low, especially since he showed us. He plays the stage card, basically saying good game. He should concede here. If he doesn't, we're just going to show him the Sabo next turn and we win. So he's going to swing 13. We block with Rebecca. We're going to activate Mansherry's effect, most likely, Sabo, and my leader's ability. And swing 5k with Koby's. Because we have 8 Dawn, we're able to do everything I just said. And most likely I should grab another 2k in the hand ready to go just in case some shenanigans happen. So 1 Dawn on Koby, swing with 5, swing with 6. If it is a 2k, drops even better for us. Swing with 10, Sabo, drop the 2 Kyros to have more counters. I was thinking maybe keeping a Kyros just in case he does play a blocker, but then I'm like, nah, I mean I have game no matter what. Yeah, and then he just concedes. So as you see there, there's nothing the Magellan can do. Like I said, if he did top deck the 9 drop, we would have lost, so there was a win condition for them. And here we go, last match against Pure Purple Luffy. This one is one of our hardest matchups. Our 10 drop is not as useful here because by the time we play the 10 drops, he does have a full board. So we try to control the board first before we play the 10 drop. But this is one of the matches where the 10 drop is definitely not needed because it's a little too slow. And of course we draw a 10 drop. So here we activate leader's ability again. We can grab Orlumbus. Orlumbus is the main guy you want to see in this matchup. And then here we can grab a 2k counter. See what he does. Yep, he activates his ability and plays. Oh, well, that sucks for me. So that is a weakness against Purple Luffy. You want to be careful. You want to stay at 6 cards or less. But we want to still activate our leader's ability. So unfortunately, we have to drop some cards here. We're probably going to drop the 1 drop. No, we draw 2k because I want to see more cards. Makes sense. So unfortunate that he saw the 4 drop law to minus cards in our hand, but as you see, we play Rebecca. We're not Sakazuki, so we're able to get our hand back to a healthy hand size, have the stage card out ready to go, have 2 2k cards that can be threatened with King Kong later. So we're still not in a bad spot, but it was unfortunate. Here we're probably going to take the hit because I don't want to lose this Rebecca. I was thinking about dropping the Rebecca, but there's already 3 Rebeccas in the trash, so here's where you want to be careful, and you got to take that free hit. He's most likely not going to swing with the law because I have the stage card ready to go. If I didn't have the stage card, he probably would have swung. And then there he goes. He plays the 5 drop kid. That's definitely good tempo for him. Here I'm trying to see if should I just get rid of the 5 drop kid by playing 2-legged soldier and then Bastardo it, but I feel like I'm just gonna get left behind. It's still, I mean, it's not a bad play. Actually, I should have probably patchwork Bastardo into leader's ability, to be honest. Not that I noticed it. I'm still not used to patchwork, so I sometimes don't use it as much as I need to use it. But I think that wouldn't have been bad playing patchwork into Bastardo. But here I'll just go ahead and play probably Sabo. I think that's basically what I'm looking at to prevent the 5k pokes now. Yep. And then I'm definitely going to drop a Kyros. Oh man, this is hard. Patch or 10 drop? No, don't be a 2k. It'll probably be patchwork because then I realized that the 2k counter can also be used. And then I'm going to grab a Bastardo here. Oh, we're sitting pretty here. Definitely hard choices here. This is what you're going to have to do some reps to understand what choice to drop, because dropping the wrong card, like say I drop Patchwork right now, which I did, right there playing the 7 drop, I could have Patchwork Bastardo it. So it was a misplay on my end. But like, it just takes time, and you can't tell what the opponent has in hand, so you know, it's hard to decide. But if I knew, I should have expected the 7 drop coming out. But because I do have the 6k counter, I'm able to block with 6 and a 2k, and he's going to keep his other cards up. Unfortunately, I grabbed 2 10 costs, so that is unfortunate for me for this matchup. You do not want to see that, but we're going to go ahead and ignore that and probably play the Rebecca to Hina to Bastardo, because again, I got rid of the Patchwork. I should have probably got rid of the Luffy. That should have been the call. Or probably the 10 drop, because like I mentioned before, the 10 drop is not as useful in this matchup. So now I have to waste a lot more cards and be less Dawn efficient, but at least I have 2 blockers out, so I should be okay. We're still sitting at 4 life. He most likely eventually going to start vomiting cards out. He knows I'm not attacking life, so he doesn't have to use his ability, since he's just going to vomit these cards out. He uses ability here. Oh no, he just used that ability, so now he has 3 down. He's probably going to use the ability to drop a 4 cost. Yep, here it is. The 4 cost comes out. Oh, there we go. So now we're in a little bit of a trouble, but we do have some blockers. We do have that. I'm gonna just block here and take the. Oh no, he's not gonna swing anymore there. Yep, there we go. We should be good. I'm probably just gonna play the 10 drop here because I have 2 10 drops in hand, and then he can't answer the 10 drop. So you can see here the 10 drop is gonna become useful here just because of how the match went. But I still think the better play was to discard the 10 drop, even though I used the second 10 drop here. So the reason I did that is I'm at 4 life. I have a blocker. Now he play another of that guy, so he's able to recur. So now he's at 6 active Dawn. I'm gonna have to block here, or do I take that? Yep, I take it. Just because he does have a couple more swing, and then I just wanted to see what cards I need to do with the Sabo. Oh, he plays, yeah, dude, so he's full board. So here, if I still have, it wasn't a waste of, it's a waste of human life. This is where I can bottom deck his whole board and now keep my Sabo and 10 drop. But, you know, we don't play with those cards anymore. So I'm seeing what he has. I'm probably going to take this hit, and then I'm just going to block the last hit. Yeah. So now I have a 2k counter, so that helps me out. He's going to swing with 6. I'm going to block with 6 and drop at the 1 cost Rebecca. Boom. All right, we're sitting pretty. So here, I have to start clearing board, right? I do have a second 10 drop. It is tempting, but then I just lose the game. So I can have an option between swinging at the 8 cost, the rest of 8k or the 6k. I'm gonna swing at the 6k to guarantee that hit, or if he blocks it, because with the 8k one, he can just basically use two cards in hand, which he has plenty of cards in hand, and then just protect it. What I should have done, actually looking back, is probably put 1 card on the Hina, swing with the Hina, the rest is 6k, see if he drops a card, and then swing with the 10k. So that was my misplay there. But you know, either way, we go ahead and still Bastardo as planned to drop the 7 drop. And then here we're most likely gonna establish something, probably Mansherry, right? I'm gonna establish Mansherry. Yeah, I am. Mansherry to grab a card I need. I'm most likely gonna grab either a Lucci or a Rebecca. I'm gonna grab the Rebecca. Yeah, I am. 100%. There's no reason why not to. The reason I'm saying Rebecca is because I can 4-drop the Rebecca, grab the Lucci, play the Bartolomeo, the Hina in hand, and then have a whole board established. Again, I did misplay here where I'm gonna have extra Dawn that I did not use, so I should have put 3 Dawn on the Hina, swing at the rest is 6k, and then swing 10k, the 10 drop to the 8 drop, and then Bastardo. So definitely a misplay, a huge misplay to be honest, because I could have pressured way more doing that. But he goes ahead and gives me 2 cards anyway, so I don't feel as bad. Because he wants to keep pressure on the board. But yeah, definitely, as you can see here, definitely misplayed because I did not think of the cards I was gonna do in the future. I just tunneled vision there by accident, so I do apologize, guys. So here he plays Magellan. It definitely would have been a better card earlier. For him to see to slow me down, but he sees it now. I mean, it's still a good card to play, but definitely less useful now. And I'm pretty chilling here. He has to get rid of the Mansherry here. He most likely just gonna swing at it and then see if he can bait to swing at my other cards. He should swing with the Law. That's another mistake that people do is they don't swing with their blockers because they don't want to get rid of it. And he plays Poly, but he misplayed with the Dawn because you need to rest 2 Dawns. So what he wanted to do is probably use the Poly to pop the Hina, swing with 6k at the Mansherry. So misplay, a big misplay there. So I guess we both misplay. So I guess I'll take that. Even if he did Poly correctly, I'm still sitting pretty just because of the 10 drop being out there. And I'm just gonna let the Hina go anyways. But yeah, he needs to start attacking with that Law that's just sitting there. He should have pressure with it. So don't make that mistake, guys. Definitely attack with your blockers when you need to. I know it's scary out there, but as you can see here, that blockers basically has not done anything other than trash 2 cards in the beginning of the game. So here it's guaranteed the kill on the blocker. He blocked. Here I'm gonna definitely grab the Lucci and have a Rebecca blocker established, and then play the Bartolomeo as another blocker ready to go as a bait. Here we're gonna go ahead and get rid of a 1 cost. It's useless. Return 3 cards, most likely a Rebecca. Yep. Event card and maybe 2 event cards I should do here. Or the Mansherry, definitely the Mansherry. So we dropped those 2 cards. The reason I dropped the Magellan there is because we're at 10 Dawns. So now that I go down to 8, I'll definitely grab a 2k here. When I go to 8 next turn, I'm going to go back to 10, so it's free. So unless he plays another Magellan, then I am down 1. But there's really no other 10 cost I want to play since I'm protecting this Kuzan with my life and my leader with my life. Oh, here's the 9 drop. Good thing he saw a little bit later than he probably wanted it to, because it could have done definitely severe damage. But he's going to go ahead and pressure. I'm going to block with Rebecca. He's going to swing with 7k with Poly, take the 7k, and then block the 5k. The 5k will probably go with the Bartolomeo. Yep. Definitely good hit there. Definitely smart. So now the board's pretty even, but he is down Dawn. As long as I clear this board, I should be good. And I do have the stage card ready to go, so I should be fine here. Here, I do not take this hit. He's definitely not going to swing at the 5 then, because he knows I have a 1k counter. Yeah. Drew the Bastardo. If I didn't drop the Bastardo, I probably would have just put down on the 10 drop and killed the 10 drop back. But because I drew the Bastardo, there should be easy clear here. Definitely secure the Poly kill. Definitely use my leader's ability to see what card I get. If not, play Orlumbus. Grab Sabo. Definitely play the Sabo. Oh yeah, dude, we're gonna get rid of this 10 drop and the extra stage card. He's gonna use a 2k counter. Definitely. And then I play Sabo. Oh dude, we're sitting pretty, and we drew a Lucci. Yeah, no matter what card he plays, I just clear board. He should concede after the following turn. And that's it, guys. That's basically how you play against Purple Luffy, kind of, right? I mean, I did not... It was unfortunate in the beginning, and I usually don't play this 10 drop, like I mentioned, but just the way this match turned out, and because you playing Rebecca, they know they can play a little bit slower against you because you're not attacking them. So they want to just grab the extra Dawn to build those big boys. But against me, there's no reason. He swings at the Lucci. We let that go because... So you have 2 options here. You can play the Luffy to get rid of cards in hand and guarantee the kill of the other one later, and then threaten game because you have Luffy out. Or you can just Lucci Bartolomeo into a leader. So here Bastardo is free. I'll grab the Bastardo, and I'm most likely will play the Lucci. It's just free. There's no reason not to. And then he should concede here. There's no reason he shouldn't concede because there's really nothing they can do. Even if they draw another 9 drop Kyros, I'm at 2 lives, so I should be fine. Here we're gonna probably swing with the 10k. keep the Sabo standing because there's no reason to swing with it. I mean, you could have, I guess, swing 7k with Sabo, to be honest. But I'm over here criticizing this guy for not attacking with blockers, and I didn't do the same thing. Because he's going to clear Sabo anyways here, and then swing with 10k. I'm going to block with Bartolomeo. And then he's going to swing with 6k. I'm going to have to take it. Yep. Take that. And then he should concede. Because then I cleared that with Bastardo. Yeah, he just concedes. I mean, I can clear that Kyros with Bastardo, and then I can just go for game. So that's it, guys. That is game. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helped out more. If you want to see me do more Rebecca, please let me know. If you want me to do other leaders, please let me know. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the feedback. And then until next time, guys, DayRaw TCG is signing out.